What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XLM today at the request of Mohammed Ahmed. We're doing this for you, my friend. 55.6 cents is where we're at right now. Stellar Lumens, and with a very stellar month of November, up 469% from an open to a close. You guys, that's nuts. That's nuts. This coin has a history. It's been around since 2014, man. A lot of people wrote this thing off. Like they wrote off XRP, like they wrote off Litecoin, right? Like they wrote off plenty of coins, these legacy coins, right? They call them legacy coins now, but they were calling them dinosaur coins when it first happened. Now they got a little respect. They've been humbled. They're like, wait a second, these coins, it might not just be a false pump. Maybe they're actually doing what they've been consolidating the past 2 cycles for, right? Everybody thinks just because this coin didn't see a new all-time high last cycle that it was forbidden from seeing new all-time highs ever again. But really, this is bullish, guys. Consolidating for this long, this gives you like it gives you a lot of room to do similar stuff that you were doing back here. I mean, look at it, right? Already, right? Dramatically higher market cap. Back here, the biggest month you saw was 393. We saw a bigger growth in price in the same amount of time at higher market cap levels with more volume, dramatically more volume. Of course, Coinbase's use a lot more, but you know the biggest move that we saw was 600% here. Of course, I don't know if we're going to see a bigger move than this or a bigger move than that, of course, but I do believe that we are going to keep moving higher. We're at 55.6 right now. Since it's very obvious that you've broken this kind of downtrend that you were in, right? Whether it was here, whether it was here, however you want to draw it, like whatever, you've broken out of it, right? You've broken out of this zone, very clearly broken out of it. From a high to a low, and I actually don't want to take that high to low. I want to take this high to a low here. High, nope, that's not it. High to low here. You're all the way up here, 886. Now, it's very common when dealing with these kind of consolidation phases. It's very common that whenever you have a breakout move like this, that you would stop at your golden ratio, your 61869, right? But you didn't because you actually consolidated primarily above the 382. Little bits below the 382, but mainly above the 382, even reaching for the 0.5. So generally in circumstances like this, I don't look for you to find resistance here. You did find a little bit of resistance. You did pull back that little bit here. From a high to a low, you pulled back literally like 20% in the course of like a couple days, maybe even less time than that. And then you continue to move up. You are at the 786, 886 zone, which I always say if you don't find resistance here, you'll very likely find resistance here. It's very, very unlikely that you just tear through the 886, 786 zone. It can happen, but it's very unlikely. So what I would expect is kind of what you've done already. I mean, the thing is, guys, with where we are in the market right now, you might have already done what I was about to say. I was about to say you probably consolidate in this 886 to 786 area, but that's good enough. Right, you did it. You went from the 886 to the 786. You can move up higher now. As far as like the rules of the fibs go, which they're very flexible to begin with, this is a pretty rigid rule to have, that you go from the 886 to the 786 and you're ready to go up. You can keep consolidating in this area. There's no rule that says you have to move up right now, but you're as ready, I think, as you'll ever be to do it. The one thing that has me thinking you probably pull back a little bit from here is that you did just go on a nonstop massive run all the way up here. You had a hell of a month last month, and everybody seems to think that it's a good idea to get into XLM now, right? Nobody thought it was a good idea to get into it here. You know, what's that tell you? Nobody thought it was a good time to get in here. It's a great time. Everybody thinks it's a good time to get in here, and it might not be a good time. You know, that's all I'm saying. We did consolidate. We showed a little respect here at the 618 golden ratio area. A little bit of respect there. Maybe. We pull all the way back down there. Yes. Stellar's at 55 cents. It could pull all the way back down below 25 cents. It really could. I don't know if it does. I don't think it does, but it's possible. At any rate, the fact that you're bouncing off your overbought zone here, you should have gotten continuation. You've tried over the past few days, but you didn't. I would expect you to come back down, at least to test that 786. If not, more probably you'd go lower. But I'm hesitant to say that because in strong moves like this is where you do get those really high and tight consolidations. So don't be surprised if we don't go below the 786. Don't be surprised if we do. We're at 55.5 cents now. The minimum pullback target from here, if I could get it, damn, would be at 43 cents. So more than 10 cents below where we are now. At the most, all the way down to 23.7 cents. Definitely a risky bet here. But overall, I could see XLM going to prices at like 246, 846, right? Prices that high. Absolutely, I think it could see prices that high. It could even see prices that are beyond that. Okay, if we look at XLM here on CoinGecko, what kind of market cap are we dealing with? 16.7 billion. Yeah, you got a lot of room to grow. And I understand. I'm fully aware of what 16.7. Maybe I'm not, but I'm aware of like what that means in this market, right? That's not a small accomplishment. That's a great, getting that kind of market cap is a huge accomplishment for any crypto. It's not to be taken lightly. But when it comes to top 100 coins, when it comes to coins in the top 20, these are coins that will probably be worth, if not above 100 billion by the end of the cycle, around 100 billion by the end of the cycle or more, right? So just be prepared for that, right? We can definitely see those kind of gains. If XLM were to do a 10x from here, it would put it basically right here at about $5.60. It's a very, very possible outcome, right? This thing could see $167 billion by the end of this cycle. It's been around long enough. There's a lot of volume that came in here, a lot of interest. It's clear that this was not the time that XLM died and withered away and became dust. It's very clear. If it's not clear, let it be known. This was the area that they were building. They were doing work, and now it's paying off. In fact, it's just started paying off. It's not going to stop here, okay? I genuinely do believe at least $100 billion is in your horizon, which that might be somewhere around $4. I feel completely confident saying by the end of the cycle, XLM will be worth at least $4, with a very strong chance of reaching prices as high as $8.46, even upwards to $10. Now, can it see prices higher than that? Could it see prices all the way up at $22? It's possible. It's possible. I would even say for the market cap, it is possible. I just wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't count on it so much, right? Basically a 40x on that would put it over like a $500 billion market cap, I think, rough math. I think it would do that. So that's pretty hard to wrap my head around. I don't know if it's deserving of that, but something that's around, it's been around long enough for me to feel very confident in saying, I feel like I'm robbing people by saying it's going to go to 408. I really do believe it's going to go higher than that. I like this 847, 848, 846 to 850 area. And don't be surprised if you do go a little bit beyond it. These are just lines. They're not requirements, okay? Ideally here, you'd find resistance at your 886. Oops, I deleted it. You'd find resistance at your 886 here, and you did. But at the same time, you didn't, right? You went a little bit through it, right? You went a little bit through it, but you could find resistance here at your 1618 is all I'm trying to say, but you go a little bit through it, right? And maybe you find resistance just a little bit above it. So really between $8.46 to $10, I like that price, at a minimum $4. And there's even good targets around like $5 as well. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more overall analysis, just to comprise it in one summary here in a couple sentences, hopefully, is I think it's going to pull back. Your weekly RSI almost got to 100, right? You got really, really hot. I think it pulls back a little bit. You probably do. You probably consolidate for the first 2 weeks of December while everything else is running up. Okay, so of course, you were running up while everything else wasn't, or things weren't moving up as hard. Of course, you're going to consolidate a little bit, and then you'll probably move up. Don't be surprised. You're at 55 cents. You could go as low as 25 cents from here, you guys. You could even go below there. But I would think more so that you probably hold these higher target areas. I would think personally you probably hold anything from 38 cents to 28 cents. But time will tell. I would at least expect a move down to 38.7 cents personally. If I'm wrong and you just keep holding this, if you don't go below that low, if you don't go below 42 cents, I could be wrong. But I like that 38.6 cent, if not down to about 28 cent area. All right, that's all I got. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.